Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Meteorologist Carly Smith, and we are talking about the cold front and the rain in the area and everything you need to know. Oh, I turned that up instead of down. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. We are actually going to get started first with a look at the latest drought monitor that was released this morning. So right here, what you are looking at is dry conditions across San Patricio, Refugio, B County, Live Oak County, McMullen County, Aransas County, some moderate drought, but overall we're still mostly drought free across the region. Our watershed still not doing so hot. It continues to drop. We've fallen 1.2% since last month, and Choke Canyon now below 25%. Lake Corpus Christi continuing to fall even further below 50%. So our combined lake level currently at 31.4% and falling by at least 0.3% each week. Now we've gotten some rain, which is helpful. Not a whole lot of that rain fell in the watershed, unfortunately, yesterday, but we did see some decent rain through Alice and down through Nueces County, and especially in the Baffin Bay area of Clayburgh County. So let me know in the comments if you want, if you have a rain gauge or a way to measure the rainfall. Let me know how much rain you have seen so far or you got yesterday. Of course, this morning we're continuing to see some rain in the area. Thunderstorm offshore now. So that's creating, we're about to get some updates from NOAA about the global conditions. I don't know if I can turn, I probably can turn my ringer off. Anyway, here's a look at our satellite radar imagery. You can see there's kind of two pieces of energy at different levels of the atmosphere. So at the lower levels, that's where we're getting that thunderstorm developing and moving toward the coast. So that's moving toward Clayburgh County. In the upper levels, we've got that southwest flow coming off of the Pacific Ocean that's providing some rainfall as well. And so as of this morning, we've only picked up 8/100ths of an inch of rain. Hey John, what's up? And Naval Air Station has picked up over 1/10 of an inch of rain there in Flower Bluff. Kingsville picking up 4/100ths of an inch. So not as much rain since midnight this morning as we saw yesterday, but we still have some rain in the area. So you see those passing showers, they're very spotty. So guaranteeing the rain to fall over a rain gauge, is specifically the one at the International Airport, that's our official record keeping, is going to be difficult today as we're mostly getting this isolated activity coming across Nueces County and into portions of San Patricio County. Now I do continue to expect most of the rain to stay on this southern half of the coastal bend where we're seeing a lot of that rainfall right now. So when we take a look at what I'm expecting, I do expect numerous showers kind of Clayburgh County and south, scattered activity into the brush country, especially from Alice to Orange Grove and into McMullen, Duval County, and then isolated showers north of that line. So good morning, Imelda. Hopefully I said that right. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hopefully the rain isn't dampening your mood or your spirits, and it is providing some beneficial rainfall to our yards. So we stay out of drought. As long as we stay out of drought, our soil remains plenty moist, I guess is the best way to put it. Our soil moisture remains at a good level, then we need it to stay that way. So once we get some beneficial heavy rainfall to fall, it will go into the watershed and we won't be overwatering, trying to water our yards. Especially if we do fall into stage 2, I believe it shifts to every other week you're allowed to water your yard. And as long as we stay out of drought, that won't be a huge issue for our yards. But if we lose rain and we get further into drought in terms of our soil moisture, then that's an area we definitely want to avoid. So far our soil moisture is in good shape, and any additional rainfall we see, which is expected in a La Nina pattern, we expect to continue to see above normal rainfall through the winter. So we should stay in decent shape drought-wise, like we talked about earlier in this post. Good morning, let's see. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Chloe. I hope it's a good one. So this is where I expect the rain today. Tomorrow, we flip-flop. I expect more rain to the east and northeast of Interstate 37. So that's going to be tomorrow. We'll talk more about that coming up. But right now, here's more of the live radar look. I know that's what I teased in this Facebook Live. So you can see some of that rain falling. It's very isolated. Not a whole lot, as I mentioned, north of 37 today. But that flip-flops a little bit tomorrow with a front passing through. Most of the rain is going to be Claiborne County, so we do have this thunderstorm that's drifting closer to the coast. That would impact areas along Padre Island National Seashore. Something else that's going to impact areas along Padre Island National Seashore is going to be coastal flooding. So this is Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday and Sunday, not the best conditions for driving down the National Seashore, camping on the National Seashore. We are expecting some rain and thunderstorms today, possibly tomorrow, but a better chance that direction today. Additionally, minor coastal flooding. We expect water up to the dunes, especially at high tide and overnight. So camping, not ideal Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we start to dry conditions out. By Sunday, our winds lighten a bit, but we're still expecting higher tides through Saturday. Sunday, they lower to a little bit closer to normal. And our wave heights lower a little bit. So Sunday we may see improved conditions, but really today, tomorrow, Saturday, not the best conditions out there. So good morning, Luis and Adam. What else should we look at on radar? Okay, we've got these clusters of showers coming up. They've been hanging out in this area for a while. Let's look at how much radar is estimating the rain we've seen over the last 3 hours. Not a lot. So these showers are not producing a lot. If this thunderstorm holds up, we could see the Baffin Bay, south of Kingsville, so Rivera area getting maybe up to an inch of rain in 3 hours. But I would bet more so a quarter of an inch is going to be more likely than anything else. So that's what we're tracking on the live radar. If you have any questions, we'll come back to it. Thanks for watching, Elizabeth. Good morning, Jimmy. And right now, this is where we're seeing our cold front. Well, to our north, we've got an area of low pressure that's pulling that moisture up out of the Gulf of Mexico, which is why we have we have more of a northeast wind at the surface here in Corpus Christi, but it is an east-northeast wind. So it's pulling that moisture in and then up. And then something interesting to check out is this moisture stream, right, that's coming off of the Pacific. So that's kind of that subtropical jet that's moving through Mexico and into the Gulf of Mexico. That's keeping the target area for rainfall really Brownsville and south of Brownsville, and we're getting lucky for the most part with our showers. And that has a lot to do with where our vorticity is set up in the area. So you can see that same kind of image on our water vapor. You can really see where that subtropical moisture is coming from and taking over, right? The higher clouds, the stronger clouds, that's all to our south. That's where the heavier rainfall is going to be. But we still have enough water vapor and moisture in our atmosphere to get some rain showers going on. Dry air is going to try to mix in. So our dew points are going to lower a little bit this afternoon. That will work to limit some of our storm activity, especially across those northern areas. So when we take a look at our vorticity, that's kind of the saving grace in keeping rain in the area today. So there's that low. Here's the jet. So what we have, that Pacific moisture stream, that's really anywhere between Corpus Christi and Brownsville, right? That's where we're getting an additional boost in the mid-levels of the atmosphere that's creating those showers to develop. And so that's what's pushing across the brush country and into Duval, Brooks, these counties, Jim Hogg, so Hebronville, Falfurrias, and then up toward Kingsville. These are the areas into Kennedy County also. Anyway, these are the areas that are going to continue to see some of the best rainfall from the scattered showers in the area. So we see that. I have it going all crazy because I'm editing as we go, but we still see that energy through noon. It's going to be pushed south as we head into the overnight hours. So I don't see as much rain tonight and into tomorrow morning, but as the cold front starts to approach tomorrow, late afternoon, really evening hours, that's when the shift happens to areas north and east of Interstate 37. So you'll see where those bursts of atmospheric energy are. That's where we could have a chance for a few thunderstorms. Then as the cold front actually moves through, which is overnight around midnight in Corpus Christi, we get drier air coming into place. So even with some atmospheric energy, it's going to be dry air, and that's not going to result in storms. But that drier air will be with us through Sunday and Monday and even into Tuesday. Let's see. No questions as of yet. And we are looking at temperatures hanging out in the 60s all day long. We'll be in the mid 60s to possibly the upper 60s for our highs, but it's going to remain a pretty gloomy day out there. Here's another look at where I expect the rain, more so across the southwestern area today. We just went over why with the vorticity, and then across our northeastern area tomorrow. We went over that with the vorticity as well. And so with the cold front, that's what's going to bring that boost, that additional boost of lift. Right now, I'm trending toward the later times, so 8 p.m., 10 p.m., midnight. For the passing of the front, so that would put Corpus Christi really 11 p.m. to midnight. And the impacts, a few showers, mostly again north of Interstate 37. Thunder can't be ruled out. We've got strong wind that's going to move in behind the front, gusts 30 miles per hour. That will continue throughout the day on Saturday. Not terribly strong. Temperatures falling from 73 Friday afternoon to 54 Saturday morning. High on Saturday, 67. So we're not seeing a huge drop in those afternoon temperatures, but where you are possibly going to see a drop is going to be those overnight temperatures heading into Sunday morning and Monday morning. We're looking at temperatures back in the 40s. So this is a breakdown of Futurecast for today. It's not doing the best job. I guess it has some of those showers in the southern area, but the initiation isn't perfect. But we do keep that scattered activity mostly again in our southern counties. Not a whole lot of rain into Friday. Coastal areas have the chance for some showers in the morning. Then as the front is moving through, it's going to be those northwest or northeastern areas north of Interstate 37. But you can see not overly impressive as the front passes through. Where we're going to see more forcing is across East Texas. So if you have any plans to travel east heading into Friday, or north even, use caution. So what we are seeing is a line of thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, a flooding potential for North Texas Friday morning. So that's going to be the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Flooding is going to be possible. I think that's the biggest risk. Then as we head into Friday evening, that shifts more so toward Houston as you see that line of storms passing through Houston and then into North Louisiana and across Louisiana. That's going to be Saturday, overnight Friday into Saturday morning for New Orleans, Saturday around lunchtime. And look what happens behind the front. Sunshine. Yeah, we're going to get sunshine for the weekend. It's really going to be a great weekend for Christmas shopping, outdoor activities, things like that. It's going to shape up actually quite nicely for activities. And so I'm excited about that. Dew points are going to drop, so it will be dry. Extra lotion, chapstick will be needed Saturday, Sunday, Monday, possibly Tuesday. We start to see our moisture going back up a little bit on Wednesday. So we just went over where the front's going to be. Now we've got our wind speed. This is important if you boat or surf or wanting to fish. So what we see Friday, north winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday's a day I'm excited about the surf forecast. We get northwest winds 10 to 20, 5 to 10 on Sunday. So Sunday our winds lighten, but those windy conditions on Saturday with gusts 30 miles per hour, they're going to work to kind of flatten out some of those waves out there. So if you are a mariner or boater or surfer or islander, use caution. I've got a couple of advisories going on today. What we have out in the Gulf is a small craft advisory that's also in place for Matagorda Bay. So that's through Friday at 9 a.m. for Matagorda Bay. It's going to be through Saturday at 6 a.m. for our Gulf waters. Small craft advisories in place. We also have this coastal flood advisory. So the coastal flood advisory is this evening through Friday morning. We're likely going to see more issued, and here's why. So Our tides are still running high. The new moon was earlier in this week, Monday or Tuesday. Then additionally, our waves are rather big and our periods are getting longer as that front is approaching. So we've got 8-second periods today with waves 4 to 7 feet. That's going to increase that rip current risk. Dangerous rip currents out there today, tomorrow, Saturday. So if you do have beach plans, A, it's going to be a little chilly Saturday, but B, rip currents are going to be strong. Waves are still going to be high. We've got water up to the dunes at high tide. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I mentioned this earlier, not the best time for things like camping on the beach, especially with that tide running high, or driving down the National Seashore. Another advisory is going to be possible both Friday and Saturday. So there's your Bob Hall Pier. Port Aransas is a few minutes different, so very similar conditions across our coastline. This is specifically for beaches, making it difficult to drive or park on them. As far as today specifically goes, we've got that coastal flood advisory in place, so minor coastal flooding likely. There's your Port A high tide time, 7:03. Through Packery Channel, high tide's going to come up at 4:04 a.m. Not expecting the bays or areas inland to see the coastal flooding, but on our beaches, yes. Winds around the east-northeast, 15 to 20 knots, 4 to 7 feet. There are 8 seconds, choppy to rough conditions, 64 degrees there at Packery Channel. So as far as our wave heights go, right now, we've got 10-foot swells being recorded at our buoys. Closer to the coast, 4 to 6 feet, possibly up to 7 feet, especially closer to Port Aransas. And here's what your wave forecast looks like. So today, the wind is strong out of the northeast, which is going to create choppy conditions. And while our swell period is getting longer, we're still going to have some wind-driven waves in between those swells that make it not too fun to be out on the water. Friday, northeast wind, much lighter, still big waves. So Friday may be a decent day to go surf, but remember that rip current risk is going to be strong. So if you're a beginner or new, use caution, use your best judgment, maybe stay out of the water, and don't forget coastal flooding likely as we are approaching high tide. The wind does shift offshore, which is always an exciting thing, but it's going to be strong, and those stronger winds do tend to flatten the waves a bit. And so then by Sunday, we still have a little bit of a slightly northwest wind, but the waves get a little smaller, which will improve conditions for beginners or so forth. So what we have right now is that northwest wind, wave heights closer to 2 to 4 feet on Sunday. Nearly flat conditions by Monday, and then we pick the wind back up on Tuesday, and we do it all over again, right? So Sunday for fishing now, of course, Adam, yeah, Sunday lighter winds, so that will be a better fishing day as well. Waves will still be big. The cold front moves through, mixes things up a bit, gets the fish moving, so that probably would be a great day to do some fishing, definitely. Hey Gloria, what's up? Good morning. Finally, we've got our 7-day forecast, and that's where we will end things. Thank you again so much for watching. It's always a joy to chat with y'all early in the morning, mid-morning updates. So I've got 73 degrees on Friday, 67 on Saturday, sunnier conditions with the drier air. So the weekend is really gonna be nice. Like, I am not a cold weather fan, but that's the cold weather I want. Sunshine and cooler temperatures. And it's not too cold. Our normal for this time of year is 70 by Christmas Day. Our normal is 68. So that's our normal basically for Christmas on Sunday. So this is the type of air we expect based on our climate normals this time of year, our average over a period of time, but the weather trending about normal and then a little bit above normal as we head into Wednesday. So that's all I have. Have a terrific Thursday. See y'all next time. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith. You can follow along my social pages as well at the end of this 7-day. And don't forget to check out our weather app as well, or the KIII News app, the weather tab on that. Thank you.